everybody. And by the way, right before this show, I went to the show on the ship, and it was a buddy of mine, Colt Julian, and he does, if you ever see this guy, he does the most amazing, realistic Elton John tribute. It is fabulous. The costumes, the piano, the voice, all spot on for Sir Elton. Matter of fact, he is so believable as Elton John.
How believable is he?
He's so believable as Elton John. The gift shop just put up a no peeing in the store sign. How's it go?
I think we'll start.
I can't hear it, but that's okay.
You can't?
No sound.
No song.
Hold on, we'll start again. Hold on.
Oh, man.
Well, we got to get this sort of right, don't we?
Yeah, we got to
Would it be good if we sort of get this right? Here we go. We're starting again.
No peeing in the store. What?
Hey, that was the virtual.
Everybody!
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine.
That was a new one.
And ivermectin. Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Tom Romeo!
plus funny songs from
Rob Parabonian!
and a patty melt from Patti Vasquez, and much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Yay! That was Patty with a glass of wine, which for the next 4 years, she's going to have a lot more of those. That was right. And that was the first ending to the show in the first 30 seconds.
I think we get better ratings if we just start with the end.
I was going to say, to do, mess it up and just close it out and go home, everybody. Well, welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show. We're still going to do it. And if you didn't get my opening joke, remember Elton John recently had to go to the bathroom while shopping in France, and his bodyguard ran and got a plastic bottle, and he just peed in the store. Because that's when you're that famous. Okay, nobody remembered. Thanks. But don't worry about that, because Zoom is only waist up. So anybody who wants to pee, just go right ahead. Move if you got them. So we got a ton. We've had about 17 people showing up the last 3 seconds.
Yay.
Okay, let's start. We have our regulars, of course, Steve Goodie, Patti Vasquez, yay, and super comedian, very kind man, Tom Roble, and plus musical guest, genius, Rob Parabonian. I call you a genius. Good job. Can't wait for the cello song. Now, I was about to see none of this, but matter of fact, I will actually see nothing after my show, because I have a show for 700 people at 10:45 tonight.
Oh, wow.
Okay, wait, let's be realistic. If the show is at 9 p.m. or earlier, there might be 700 and 900 people. But the average age on this ship is about 143. The show might as well be at 3 a.m. at this point. It's just going to be the 4 confused 30-year-olds that mistakenly got on this cruise. Show band that said, "Dude, I'll be there." That's all that's going to show up. By the way, we are having this is my wife's birthday cruise. We're having a wonderful time. The shows 2 nights ago were great, the 7 and 9, and but like every cruise, somebody has to complain. I got a complaint, not about the show, but that I am jogging too aggressively on the jogging track. Which, first of all, is not true. Okay, my question right now is, how much bigger do I look on stage? Someone complained. The complaint was that the comedian in the green muscle shirt and blue shorts was aggressively running up behind people and saying, "Left, right, move. First of all, I was on the jogging track at this time, but I do not own a muscle shirt. Okay. When I wear a muscle shirt, people think someone is shooting a sequel to E.T. where your favorite alien joins the Globetrotters. That's what I'm.
Ouch.
And my running style around the jogging track on the ship is called Sloth from Ice Age. That's what it's called. But there was this guy running, and I mean this guy on a cruise ship with hundreds of passengers sitting right off the track and walking all over the place is trying to do sub 6 minute miles out there. On a cruise ship, jogging track, where 80% of the 80-year-olds are just mumbling and stumbling through. And this guy was 6'2", with his shoulders were so big, it made him look like steroids used him. I mean, this guy was huge.
Oh, wow.
He made Jack Reacher look like a chihuahua. This guy was so big. It was definitely not me in any way. And also, my passing of people on this track could legitimately be called light squeak with a scurry like a mouse. That's the method I use. This guy was doing the cocaine bear on your bumper growl, is what he was doing. And as per usual, it's my fault. They complained about me, and I'm not sure what's next. I think I'll be banned for flushing my pads down the toilet, I think is what's going to happen next. Okay, no complaint for now of what's going on the ship. Okay, here we go. Just a couple minutes for jokes, maybe 40. Hey, during a tribute to her dead mother, Melissa Rivers said she knew exactly what her mom, Joan Rivers, would have said about today's political climate. She would say, take a deep breath and find a way to laugh. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but Melissa also said she would be able to read her famous mother's emotions, because after so many facelifts, she still has 4 feet of skin left to read her expression.
Yeah.
All right. And now the joke I wrote seconds before this show, because I just saw the story. Sports commentator John Wertheim was fired after comparing a camera angle of his forehead to a female tennis player that then was mistakenly aired. He was fired. Speculators say that it was a good thing he didn't know he was live, because if he had been live and called her a nasty horse-faced bitch, 55% of America would have voted for him for president. Sad truth, isn't it? Sad truth.
Yes.
Okay, now you have all heard the news about the 43 research monkeys that escaped from a facility in South Carolina, right?
Yep.
South Carolina.
Of course.
Yeah, nobody's heard that. Okay.
Yeah.
I heard
Well,
that.
they captured one monkey. They captured one of the monkeys, and they're baiting traps with food to lure the others. Authorities have been trying to use the captured monkey to get a lead on the rest, but after repeatedly shocking the monkey for info, little Bonzo said, "I'm a lab monkey. This is a Tuesday for me." The Genesis lab employees have also asked the public to lock their doors and in no way engage with the monkeys, because if just one of them talks, they all go to jail. God knows what they're doing to those monkeys. Huh? IKEA, always good to talk about IKEA. IKEA will pay $6.5 million to East German prisoners who were forced to build furniture during the Cold War. $6.5 million. That's $1 for every extra part the prisoners found that didn't go with the furniture they were trying to build. For 6.5 million extra pieces. Okay. Now the jokes get a little creepy. Here we go. Mattel's Wicked dolls from the movie Wicked have a porn website printed on the back of the box. I'm sure we all heard this, and some of you have gone to it already. Yes. Melinda and Elphaba dolls, if your kink leans green, list an XXX site to go to for more information or a magical ending, I guess. Filmmakers have moved quickly to alert the public by changing the movie's subtitle to "Something Wicked This Way Comes."
No.
Oh dear.
It's just Shakespeare. I didn't write that. Hey, Sesame Street turns 55 today.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Yes, and in honor of it, Bert and Ernie will finally push their beds together.
There's another song for you to write, Steve.
Hey, Bert.
Yeah. Hey, the show has always taped, Sesame Street has always taped in New York City. And a big change for next year is Oscar the Grouch will move in with Elmo because he can sublet his trash can for $4,500 a month.
That's a good deal.
That's right. Sesame Street has made a few mistakes over the years. Do you remember in 2005, they tried to change the Cookie Monster where he would stop eating cookies and have a healthy diet. Only nutrition and vegetables. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But they abandoned that premise in 2016 after Trump's first win, as the Cookie Monster felt there was nothing else to live for. Last week, Cookie Monster finally tried heroin. Of all that, the first joke was good. What about the beds together? That was good. Just that. Art Garfunkel, 83, says he recently had a tearful reunion with 83-year-old ex-partner Paul Simon. Yep, Art said, I cried buckets when I noticed Paul didn't have a check. He wants to make a little more money. Is Isabel somebody we know? That's fantastic.
Cool.
Probably all friends of Tom.
Tom brought people.
Yay.
Ooh.
No one brings people they know to this show. I can't believe it. Hello, Tom's friends. Hey, oh my gosh. I'm sorry about these jokes.
If we'd known there'd be an audience, we would have written jokes. Uh-oh. Come back, Brad.
Aww.
And speaking of mucking it up, here's one. A bride is mad after her new husband joined his frat bros for Drop Your Pants, a song at the wedding reception where they actually dropped all of their pants below the waist, everything. And I mean everything. The bride was embarrassed for the guests and herself, as pictures are now on the internet after the stunt. And worst of all, after all the men in the wedding party dropped their pants, she learned her husband was in no way the best man.
And all of Tom's friends leave.
And all of Tom's friends are. Well, it gets worse. Wait for this. For this, I don't know. This week I got a little smutty. I don't know why. The Joy of Sex book is over 50 years old. Did you know that? Remember that book?
Whoa.
Yep.
The book by Dr. Alex Comfort, isn't that an interesting name? Talked about men and women finding pleasure in intimacy, and by today's standards, the language is kind of an old relic, kind of quaint, and a bygone era. But fear not, the J.D. Vance Heritage Foundation is doing an update to The Joy of Sex. But this one will be called "I Liked It. Who Gives a Crap What My Niece Thought?"
Oh,
Wow.
Subtitled, She's Having the Baby.
Ooh.
Well, my niece thought.
Followed by your book. Where'd you do?
And I think I've got another inbreeding joke coming up.
My pod. Now I have no idea. I mean, like,
carry on.
Was that Patty? Patty, do you want to talk? Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
Your dad's here.
Yep.
Ooh.
Hey, a girl who was born in a McDonald's bathroom in Minnesota came back to the store to celebrate her 10th birthday. Yay. It was a really sweet party with friends and family, and a special surprise by the restaurant when the party girl found out McDonald's still hadn't cleaned the bathroom floor where she was born. Man, these are all gross. I have 3 more, and they're all gross.
Yay!
A couple
It's a
in
record.
Dedham, Massachusetts vowed wowed their reception crowd when after the wedding they did the entire Dirty Dancing scene from Dirty Dancing. And
Oh,
even
that's nice.
they even held the iconic lift. Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
The guests couldn't believe their eyes as the couple reenacted every step. And to be even more original to the film, the groom was 30 and the bride was 16. Because that's how old they were in the film. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody puts baby in a corner. Yeah, we do. She's a child. And now we're back to that. Okay. Hey, an ice skating rink worker accidentally froze his daughter's phone into the ice rink where it will now for the next 2 months. Where's what? Yep. Sorry, I don't mean to stop when you talk. That's great. Let's go back and do that again. We're live. An ice skating rink worker accidentally froze his daughter's phone into the ice rink where it will now have to stay for the next 2 months.
Oh my goodness.
It would cost tens of thousands of dollars to replace the 60,000 liters of water they had to freeze to make the ice. The father said the accident was a much better solution than his first idea, which was freezing her boyfriend in the ice.
Frozen.
And last but certainly least, here we go. A mysterious creature that looks like a lion and a lemur mixed is scaring locals in a West Virginia park. Isn't that wild? One man said, this thing jumped out and scared my sister so bad, she wouldn't even let me go to second base.
Brad Tassell, everybody! It's Brad Tassell!
Buddy,
Have a good show, Brad.
Hey, I'm hoping the show will go great because it's the one I'm getting paid for.
That's Before you go, I just wanted to let you know, thank you for the extra information. I didn't even know J.D. Vance's niece was a sofa. So that's exciting.
What's her name? Her name is Sofa.
All right, you're free to go if you want, or you can stick around, obviously.
As soon as you play the thing, I'm going to go off.
Here we go, we're playing things. Time for top 10. Let's see if I can get this right. I might. I'm just so glad we're all here to laugh together. It has been a difficult time, hasn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And we haven't even started. It's gonna be so much fun. So excited. So, I don't know about you. I felt some of the same feelings as grief over what happened on Tuesday. And as you probably know, there are 5 classic stages of grief. There's denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and finally acceptance. But I feel that this is so traumatic that 5 stages is not enough. So tonight's top 10 categories, top 10 new stages of grief. Here we go. Stage number 10, mini stroke. Stage number 9, tequila. Stage number 8, Ted Cruz dartboard extension kit. Stage 7, intravenous chimichanga drip. At 5,000 calories an hour, I'm excited. Number 6, misplaced aggression towards neighbors' pets. That's not okay. It's not okay. But it's a stage of grief. Number 5, full-blown stroke. Stage number 4, meth. These are the top 10 new stages of grief. Number 3, colonoscopy. Not really a stage of grief. I just really got to remind myself it's time to do that. Number 2, defection. And the number 1 new stage of grief, totally justified and unending anger leading to a march on Washington on January 18th. That's what I'm saying. All right, Brad's not here to jump right in, so hey, I guess I get to bring the next segment, and Patty's around here somewhere. Let's see if I can find her. Where are you, Patti? There you are. Everybody, please welcome Patti Vasquez. Yay. Hi, Patti. Love your shirt. I need that shirt. Man, you doing okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. All right. I thought maybe something wouldn't be okay. But okay, I'm glad you're okay. Let's do a patty melt. Here we go. If I can.
It's time for a patty melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses. She's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez patty melt.
Here we go.
I don't know what to do. So we've been doing this lovely show. And I've been so honored to join you every week for the last 4 years. So Brad's gone, right?
I'm afraid he is, yeah.
Okay. So do we tell folks like right away that, I mean, you could tell by the monologue that Brad's like, they're going to have vans pull up and take us away with bags over our heads to Gulag. So we shouldn't say anything. And yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't know what else to do except for tell people like, this is wrong. Do you guys all see how this is wrong? That I mean, I don't want to go out of my way to say how incredibly stupid people are. I don't. And here's the thing: in the weeks and months and apparently years to come, we'll have more conversations about choices that were made. But I'm not gonna look. I'm not doing an autopsy on what happened. I do want to. That to Steve's song about the stages of grief, I was drifting off. I was trying to go to sleep on Tuesday night, and I hit acceptance. So I hit acceptance very fast. I'm like, fine. That was my acceptance. That was the way I said it. It's happening. But you have to know that people were Googling what are the 5, and it just autofilled. Like people were Googling the stages of grief, and that's a collective grief and sadness, and people were struggling. But I'm sure some of you have seen this. The trending on Google since then are, what is a tariff?
Yeah.
Can I change my vote? Can I change my vote? People want to know if they can change their vote. Like, I don't, not even, maybe when you're standing there and you're like, oops, I didn't. Maybe if you have a butterfly ballot in 2000 and you're like, was that Pat Buchanan or was that Al Gore? I'm not sure. You know what? Right now, I'm fine. So anyway, so yes, can I change my vote was also trending.
Man.
The other thing that was trending was, can I be deported? I hope so. I hope you have to ask. That means you just thought about your vote. I've been struggling, and I get my look. I'm gonna be honest with you. I married a white guy. Okay, let's get that out of the way. I married a wonderful white man who is a unicorn to many people. Like they're like, where did you find this guy? And Steve and Brad. I don't know about Rob. Maybe it's been a long time. I don't know if you're probably Tom. We'll see. But here's the thing. Like, I'm sorry. Even in this group, 54%. I mean, more than no, is it 62? 62%. 60. I'm sorry, more than half. What I'm saying is, I caught a cold the night of the election, and so I've had a little extra phlegm, and I have not. I know it's gross. Bear with me. Congratulations. I have not been able to stop spitting at men. I'm sorry. I just every time, like not on them, but like when they walk past me, I'm like, that's my whole plot. Like that's my like. You probably voted against my autonomy, MFer. Like that's what you fought on. Are people who take away your rights. Okay. Anyway, I was like, everyone was getting a cold last week, so that's really no. I know. Yes, fine, but also what? I'm fine. Everything's great. I've had like several meetings. It's amazing the people that reach out to you who, are in the same boat or like, what can we do? And all these things. And everyone, can I just tell you, and the number of millionaires and billionaires that I apparently have met over the years kind of startles me a little bit. But let me tell you something. Everyone that's called me and been like, what do we do? I'm like, I've been begging. I literally had JB Pritzker in my studio 6 years ago when I was filling in for an afternoon host. when I was buried in the midnight hour most of the time. He goes, "Hey, how do we get you on during the day?" And I said, "Buy a radio station, because there are guys in their tractors, in their trucks, in their cars in the middle of the country who've been listening to Rush Limbaugh and their pastor, and they've confused what is reality and what is like the authority figures for their morality. Buy a radio station." But liberals are like, we don't want to get involved in that. It seems a little complicated. And it seems so manipulative. Yeah. And here we are. Joe Rogan picking our president. Good luck, everybody. I'm not drinking wine tonight. It's by the way, I have Angel's Envy, just so you know. I'm drinking the good stuff. Hey. Wait, let me see. It's the I'm gonna finish up, but this is the Chicago Tribune. The Great War Ends. That was World War One. Cheers, everybody. I'm sure there won't be another one.
No, why would there? Patti Vasquez. That was a great war. I don't know if you remember, but that was, as wars go, that was pretty great.
I didn't swear, right? I didn't swear.
Maybe I wasn't there. We don't really know.
I think so.
Hey, Patty, at least you can stop knocking on doors for a while.
No, we actually talked about that. We are gearing up. Here's the thing. I think the future lies, for my path at least, for connecting with people, is in labor. So I'm working with some labor organizations in the labor movement. Is, honest to God, I don't see any other path forward for Dems.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Well, what I really meant to say was keep knocking on doors.
I am.
Thank you, Patty. Enjoy your beverage and have another one for me. All right. Hey, everybody, look who it is. It's Rob Paravoni, and OMG, if I can add him. There he is. It's Rob Paravoni.
Oh. Hey.
Partner.
What's happening, everybody?
Hey, Rock.
That's in Brooklyn.
I believe so.
I got to say, you got the best lighting of anyone so far tonight. This is fantastic.
You know, during when the pandemic hit, I did a live stream cover song show, and I bought gear for it. So
yeah, it shows, man. All I got is this stupid shirt, which, as you may know, nobody's asked me yet, but it's 10% rayon and 90% Skittles.
That's cool. It looks like one of those like badges you wear when you're like trying to gauge your radiation exposure. So you're you're like halfway there to like being a lethal dose.
There's a Geiger counter in here somewhere. Very excited about this. All right, Rob, you know the deal. We're going to play an intro for you, and then you're going to play a funny song, and I don't know what you're going to play, but as soon as you're done playing it, I've got to answer it with a funny song of my own somehow. And then after that, you'll do a second song. Sound good?
That sounds great.
Here we Well, I screwed it up.
Here is my desktop.
I cannot get anything right. Let's try it again.
It's our musical guest. Our musical guest. Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest. Our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest.
Rob Paravonian, who's snapping along during the intro, which nobody's ever done before.
What? It's so perky. Yeah, so my first song, sort of following on the topic of the week, I guess. It is a drag song. I am not a drag performer, but it's sort of in solidarity. I think I think all performers should do one drag song, just so when like the Ron DeSantis's of the world come and say, we're gonna like come and, you know, be mad at all the drag performers. They're like, who is a drag performer? It'll be like the end of Spartacus, and like, I am a drag performer. I am a drag performer. So anyway, I wrote the song. It's so imagine me in a fabulous outfit with the wig, and I don't have any. I spent all my money on the lights. I don't have any costumes. So anyway, here's my song. Here's my drag song, dedicated to Ron DeSanbone, the lovely. Anyway, now the world has its share of uptight busybodies who want everyone to act a certain way. They're often getting mad and they're always acting haughty, and they'd never indulge in a sense of play. But every mammal plays, it's how we spend our days, from the mighty horse's neigh to the cat's meow. And this playing hones our skills, and sometimes it pays the bills. These aren't frills. You want to thrive? Then this is how. Life is a drag, so let's have some fun. Don't be a nag, it doesn't hurt anyone. The joke is on you if you don't get the gag. Life is a drag. Now to those we may offend, those who constantly contend that the world is black and white or pink and blue. Skip those duotones, use your rods and cones. Those are in your eyes.
Got it.
To see that other hues can get you through. There's no need to be snooty. There are many kinds of beauty, many ways you can embrace your inner fox. So focus on the art. Don't concern yourself with parts. We really need to think outside the box. Do you know that using the word box to refer to certain parts of an anatomy dates back to the 1600s? All this in brains too.
Wow.
Life is a drag, so just sing a song. Fly your own flag and you'll find where you belong. You don't need to know if I'm a doe or a stag. Life is a drag. Some people lose their minds when they see us play. They threaten us and sound the alarm. They want to take control, but at the end of the day, the hatred that they're spewing is what's doing all the harm. 6, 7, 8. Life is a drag, so live and let live. We're not punching bags, we've got no F's left to give. I'm fine as I am, and that isn't a brag. Life is a drag. Don't be afraid of what makes your tail wag. Life is a drag.
Yay.
Yay.
Rob Parabonian, you never cease to amaze.
Oh, stop.
And based on this, I've decided we will only have people on this show as musical guests from now on who have Martin guitars.
Oh, nice. Pretty.
Mine has blood on it. Wait, no, wrong one. Never mind.
Oh. Mine was actually made in Mexico, so it's a Martin guitar.
Nice. Well, your guitar is going to be deported. I'm sorry.
Oh!
I know. All right. I have to answer that, and the only song I've got that has anything to do with that I know how to play is this, and it will seem like it has nothing to do with it, but trust me, we're getting there. Awesome. This is about that time, and I think it was 2016 when the passengers got kicked off of that United Airlines flight because they were overbooked. Well, I checked my bags for $100. Let the TSA look up my butt. Ran to my gate just in time to board. The lady scanned my boarding pass. I stumbled down the ramp through first class to my seat in coach. That's all I could afford. But then they said, "Sir, you'll have to leave. We're overbooked. We need your seat. Come on, be a sport. Someone's gotta go." I said, "Hell no!" So I got beaten on a jet plane, dragged down the aisle to baggage claim. Hope someone caught it on video. That's enough. All right, I got that. That's all. Another song from Rob Parabonian.
Nice. It's actually it was an airline shenanigans is why I had to buy this guitar. They broke my Epiphone.
Oh man.
Yeah. And it was a 10-year-old guitar. It was just a $300 Epiphone, and I had to send pictures. They asked for a receipt. I bought it at a Guitar Center 12 years ago. So who has a receipt from a guitar they bought 12 years ago? I do. Because I am broke, and that is the theme and the subject of about 90% of my songs. And so here's another one. Here's my latest one in that.
I don't suppose this is about the time you broke your cello.
No, but I did fly with the cello once in 8th grade. That was we had to pack them up into big giant boxes with newspapers and stuff. And we were, high schoolers and 8th graders, so we had to write fragile all over the boxes. Then we took it a little too far. We wrote things like dead body inside and stuff like that. Because we were idiots. But anyway, here's my latest song on the subject of being a poor musician. I got a job, yes, that's true. But like most jobs, it's not what I want to do. The pay is low and I'm not satisfied. That's why I'm always doing something on the side. I try to find work that suits my artistic skills, but some jobs I take just because they pay the bills. Everything from walking dogs to graphic design. Each year I get about 4 dozen 1099s, cause I'm side hustling. None of my jobs pay enough. Side hustling, I'm always working on other stuff. Side hustling, at least I'm never bored, cause one job is something that I just can't afford. I can do odd jobs, I'll give you service with a smile. Put me in your focus group, I'll do a medical trial. I can be your Manny, I will sort through your trash. I take Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, Bitcoin, Ass, Grass, or cash. When I'm side hustling, so many jobs I have to laugh. Side hustling, cause they never put me on staff. Side hustling, I'll work until I die. I'll be in the old folks' home, selling pre-rolls to get by. Oh, why don't they see how hard I try? It's not pie in the sky. I just wanna buy a house someday. Doesn't even have to be in a good town. It can be a mobile home. How about a used frickin' car? Till then I'm side hustling. I live so many lives. Side hustling. I'll sell my plasma or some knives. Side hustling. I start a new one every day, cause AI keeps taking all my old ones away. Side hustling. I don't wanna be poor. Side hustling, please hit my Etsy store. I should level up and start an LLC, then say I'm a consultant and charge everyone a fee. When I'm side hustling, oh, side hustling, oh, I'm side. Oh, shit, I gotta go do a DoorDash real quick. Thanks. Peace.
Rob Parabonian!
I ended with a gag.
And his $300 replacement guitar and his microphone, which I think costs about $500, I'm guessing, from what I can see of it.
It's a Rode NT1A, so about $250.
$500.
Ooh.
Am I wrong?
No, they're about $250 to $300.
Wow, then I got
They're quite
robbed.
affordable.
Okay, I paid too much.
Well, and I also bought it 12 years ago too. So,
apart from seeing you at Grubhub, where can we see you live? Or on the internet?
I host a monthly show here in New York City, up in Astoria. That's called the Odd Rock Comedy Hour, monthly variety show. And then I started Cover Tuesday again. So once a month, I'm doing a live stream on my Twitch channel. All the information is at robprocks.com or robprocks at Instagram.
robprocks.com. Thank you, Rob Parabonian.
Thank you.
He is the
Indeed
next
rock.
topic on his show for his cover rock, by the way.
What's that? Oh yeah, the next the topic for the cover songs. It's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, so we're doing the opposite of gratitude. We're calling it Takesgiving, and it's going to be like greed and materialism. So,
Cool.
And for those of us who have to record our songs, having extra takes is good. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Oh, that reminds me. When you do that song, have you recorded that song yet? The Side Hustle?
no, it's new. So I haven't done any versions
Can you
of
get
it
a
yet.
little?
Oh yeah, it's gonna have fabulous '70s disco
Okay.
vibes. I hope.
Reading my mind. All right, buddy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again soon. Rob Parabonian, everybody. Oh, that was tremendous. Wow, what could follow something that tremendous? Oh, I know this guy whose name I mispronounced earlier. It's Tom Roble, everybody. Hi.
All
Thanks
right.
for joining us. You excited? You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, what I'm going to do is an intro for you, and then you give us 10 minutes of fabulous stand-up, and then, and only then, we will tell you how wonderful you are. Are you ready?
Man.
Here we go, if I can hit it.
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
I'm Robo. Yeah, I'm very happy to be here. The virtual comedy show. I haven't been able to get out to perform as often as I'd like since my sister's family moved 500 miles away and I inherited my mom. Yeah, my mom now lives with me.
Aw.
And in September, my mom turned 99 years old.
Wow.
Thank you for that. Tough to get out because my mom does not like to be left alone, particularly when it gets dark outside. So if I'm doing a gig off site, I have to call around and find an old friend or old neighbor of hers who's willing to stop by and do a little babysitting. Not the right word, but what would you call it? Elder sitting? Senior sitting?
Caregiving.
Waiting for death?
Oh, God.
Just a joke. I love my mom. We get along really well. In fact, she's only threatened to call the cops on me one time. Because not having any chocolate in the house is a form of elder abuse, you know. Her favorite room in the house, thank God I have two of them, is the bathroom, which she calls the library. Pile of books and magazines in there, a stack of crossword puzzles. Loses herself so much in there, she completely loses track of time. She'll come out of there and say, I wasn't in there long, was I? And I'm like, Mom, I watched Oppenheimer while you were in there. The second time with the director's commentary. I'm generally concerned you're going to die on the toilet like Elvis. That one might not be a joke. Mom's 99, which means I'm not as young as I used to be. I'm at the age now where I'm constantly pulling my cell phone out of my pocket to see if I've gotten a text or if it was just an involuntary muscle spasm. I'm at the age where things like this are happening. I'm at a wake, and at the far end of the chapel, I see a guy I think I know. So I start walking towards him, and as I get closer, I realize it's not that guy. But I'm too late because this guy has seen me looking at him, walking towards him, and he's giving me one of these. I don't know what that means. I think it has something to do with the neighborhood watch. But I go over and I chat with him for a minute. I said, I'm sorry. I thought you were a guy I know, but as it turns out, you just have the exact same toupee as a guy I know. I didn't think there could be two of those. To which he responds, this is not a toupee.
Yeah, it's his comedy show on Monday night.
Hey, what's going on?
You know what? I need a little bit more. Look in the fridge and see what's hanging in there.
To which he responds, this is not a toupee. So now I'm a little in awe because I'm thinking, oh man, some company modeled a toupee after this guy. The presence of toupee royalty. I started peeing more frequently. Here's how that happened. A couple of months ago, I had a severe back problem, and I went to an osteopath who's a doctor that also treats the musculoskeletal system. And he tells me, you have a grouping of ribs out of place and the back left. And he was unable to treat me at that time because I was spasming so violently. So he said, come back in a week. And I'm going to put you on a steroid and a muscle relaxant. But here's the thing. The bladder is a muscle. So, 2 days into my prescription, my bladder was like, this is amazing. I haven't felt this relaxed since you were a baby. And then at 7 days, my bladder was like, well, now that I've experienced the good life, I'm not going back.
Uh-oh.
So anybody here had their midlife crisis yet? Yeah. Mine was a while back, but I still remember it. The stereotypical male midlife crisis is you buy a convertible, you buy a motorcycle, or you have an affair. If you're that guy, you do all three.
I am not that guy. When I had my midlife crisis, all I did was up my insurance. Restained my siding. I went from beige gray to gray beige. Figured it was time. Killed the drifter. Got that out of my system. Went to my last college reunion. I observed there's 3 basic types of people going to these reunions. First, the ones that were big shots when they're going there, the athletes, the student government kids. Next are the major donors. They need to make an appearance. And then third are the people that think they look good for their age. That gets a lot of play around the reunions. People are going around saying, "You look great. Everybody looks great. Everybody but Jeff looks great. Jeff looks like hell." On the other hand, I'll never have a conference room in the library named after me. Don't care that much about this place. I only showed up this weekend because I look good for my age. Think I look pretty good for my age. Try to stay fit. Go to the health club. I don't call it a health club anymore, right? They're fitness centers now. But back when they were health clubs, people frequently worked out there on stationary bikes. But at the fitness centers, they work out on spin bikes. So I did a little research to find out just what exactly the difference is between a stationary bike and a spin bike. And it turns out the difference is like $1,800. Sometimes I want to use a weight machine. There will be a big bodybuilder type guy on there, and he'll get up and he'll wipe the bench down with a towel. But you and I both know there's still big guy juices all over that thing. They're never going to benefit me in any way. You know, I'm not going to lay down on the bench, absorb those juices, and suddenly become much more powerful. It works that way in the comic books. I'm going to have to move the pin up on the back of the machine. I'm a pretty slim guy. I was a really skinny kid. When I was in 3rd grade, I weighed 46 pounds. And in addition to having the same haircut, I also had a bully who weighed 99 pounds. And I don't know where Linda is today. But I'd be willing to bet she has at least 1 prison tattoo. And still outweighs me. High school wasn't much easier. When you're a freshman boy in high school, for gym class, you got to get the athletic supporter. I was so skinny, had to get the small. And my mom had to take it in a little. I was not a fan of any of the gym sports where they recommended that you wore pads of any kind. Like they told you to get knee pads for volleyball. And the gym teacher would say, "You got to dive for the ball, Roble." I'm like, "It's a hardwood floor, coach." Diving on a hardwood floor is okay for guys like Ricky over there because he's got that padding all the way around. But me, I got nothing, man. I dive on a hardwood floor. It's a low probability that my knee is going to be the first thing to hit. More likely it's going to be an elbow, a hip, my head, or my wiener. I don't want any of those things hitting hardwood floor, coach.
All right.
Tell you what, though. Might be willing to give it a shot if you would demonstrate it for me personally, coach. I think you would be okay. You got that padding all the way around. I wonder about a lot of things. Sometimes I wonder things like, just exactly how far down a snake does its tail begin? Is Kenny G's email address kenny@gmail.com? Why is ranch dressing so popular? Yet we hear so little about A-frame, colonial, and bungalow dressing. If a racist is buying special K cereal, does he have to get 3 boxes?
Uh-oh.
Can I unlock your iPhone if I have a picture of your face on my smartphone? Or your head in my bowling ball bag? How many French kids refer to their stepfather as a faux pas? I'm doing laundry and I find a piece of dental floss in the dryer. Can I use that again? Why are there 6 guys in Maroon 5? What color is the 6th one? Whatever happened to corduroy pants?
Oh.
Too many fat kids catch fire? Why don't they fry Popeye's chicken in olive oil? Can a Harry Potter fan find his soulmate on ehermione.com? Can an amputee find his soulmate on StubHub? Why isn't Caitlyn Jenner a member of the X-Men? I'm Tom Roble. I love you all. Thanks for coming out to the virtual comedy show. Let's throw it back to Steve.
Tom Roble, everybody!
Nice job, Tommy.
So good. Bam, 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 bam. I wrote one joke like you've written in my entire life, and it goes like this, and it never works. If Helen Keller fell over in the woods, would she make a sound? But you make it look so easy. Where can we see you performing again, live or online here?
It's a short list, man.
Okay. Good. We have no time.
Yeah, I'm taking my mom to the audiologist next week if you're interested.
That sounds fun. All right. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Awesome.
Thanks for inviting me.
Everybody. All right, let's get rid of him. There he goes. Okay. It's time to do this thing. Oh, I'm excited about this. Let's go with the thing.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
And of course, there is a reason. I keep breaking this rule every single week, and why should this be any exception? Because, well, as you may or may not know, I think we talked about it a little bit earlier, tomorrow night I'm once again performing Al, the Weird Tribute, and how Daniel Radcliffe got mixed up in this nonsense here in Nashville at Agave's Mexican restaurant. And it would be insane if I wasn't going to show you an advertisement for it. So there you go. Taco and Accordion Tuesday.
That is awesome.
Doors open at 6, shows at 7, no cover. We're doing it for free again. This will not last forever. Eventually, we'll start charging money for this thing. But for now, you can come for free and save your money for food and tipping the wait staff. So come on by at Agave's in Nashville, 839 Briley Parkway. We're going to start. The doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. Hope to see you there. Okay, and now I guess I should do a song because I just said I was going to. So that would make the most sense. So let's, a lot of people say, gosh, Steve, it's one thing to tell us that you're doing a show involving accordions. Can you prove it?
Oh, yeah.
Can you prove it?
Can you prove it? So
That's amazing.
thank you. I've now proved it. I can put this thing down. If you've seen the show, you know that part of it is I do a medley of Weird Al songs. 12. It's a polka medley for Weird Al, who always polka medleys everybody else's stuff. Nobody's ever polka medleyed Weird Al stuff until I came along. So here we go. 12 Weird Al songs in 3 minutes. Yeah, that's why I'm practicing. How come you're always such a fussy young man? Don't want no Captain Crunch, don't want no Raisin Bran. Well, don't you know that other kids are starving in Japan? So eat it. Don't you tell me you're full, just eat it. Eat it, eat it, eat it. Get yourself an egg and beat it. Have a banana, have a whole bunch. It doesn't matter what you had for lunch, just eat it. Well, I'm yelling and I'm playing, but I don't know what I'm saying. What's the message I'm conveying? Can you tell me what I'm saying? No! I'm going to the hardware store. People say I'm a geek, I'm a ironic little freak, an annoying pipsqueak with an unfortunate physique. But the Frenchies think that my poop don't stink. I'm a genius in France. Talk with your mouth full. Bite the hand that feeds you. Bite up more than you can chew. Dare to be stupid. Dare to be stupid. Dare to be stupid. Dare to be stupid. Another comes on, another one rides the bus. Hey, gonna sit by you, another one rides the bus. I just can't understand it. Why won't you return my phone calls? Are you still mad I gave a mohawk to your cat? Oh, Melanie, what can the problem be? Sweet Melanie, why won't you go out with me? I'm driving a truck, driving a big old truck. Pedal to the metal, hope I don't run out of luck. Wearing feather boas with sequins and chiffon. Driving a truck with my high heels on. Hey! Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to educate you, going to familiarize you with the nomenclature. You'll learn the definition of nouns and preposition. Literacy is your mission, and that's why I think it's a good time. And he smiled as he said, with a twinkle in his eye, Merry Christmas to all, now you're all gonna die. The night Santa went crazy, the night Saint Nick went insane. Realized he'd been getting a raw deal. Something finally must have snapped in his brain. I know Darth Vader's really got you annoyed, but remember, if you kill him, then you'll be unemployed. Oh, my Yoda. Yo, 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 Yoda. Yo, 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 Yoda. They see me mowing my front lawn. I know that they're thinking I'm too wide and nerdy. Think just too wide and nerdy. Could it be I'm wide and nerdy? OMG, I'm wide and nerdy. Do you think I'm wide and nerdy? Do you think I'm wide and nerdy? Could it be I'm wide and nerdy? OMG, I'm wide and nerdy. Yes, I think I'm wide and nerdy. Here's a fun fact. The accordion got stuck on the arm of this chair. Extra challenge for Steve. I thought about stopping and explaining, hey, I'm stuck, but then, nah, screw that.
Yeah.
So
Nice job, Super
Still made the
Dork.
3 minutes.
Thank you. That's right, I am Super Dork. And if you're interested, my latest album is called The Adventures of Super Dork and Fangirl. And I'm very excited to say that it has sold over 27 copies.
Whoa.
And the artist who did the artwork is with us here tonight. It's Chuck. You can find Chuck, otherwise known as Angel. She's awesome. Hey, it's time to beg for money. Before I beg for money, I have to play the thing that tells us that it's time to beg for money. So, oh look, it's my ad again. Okay.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover for a 2-drink minimum. So what did you expect, Jack?
Brad's not here. I will do the begging. Hey, everybody. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com, won't you? And click the yellow button that says donate to the comedians. You know, we work really hard and make nothing. And if we want people who are very busy, like Rob Paravonian, who has 27 side hustles going on, and yes, 27 is the number tonight for reasons I'm sure you understand, we need to give Rob some money, and we can't give him our money. We ain't got no money either. So please go to virtualcomedyshow.com, hit the yellow button that says donate to the comedians. We divide it evenly amongst the 5 of us. Tom definitely needs some money because I'm going to steal all his jokes and he's going to need to buy more. And Patty needs money just so she can get more alcohol. That's what she needs. So let's make sure we go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click the yellow button that says donate to the comedians.
Yes, please.
We sure do appreciate it. It helps us keep doing this. Hey, it's time for the worst joke of the week.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
And since I'm doing the worst joke of the week, usually it's Brad because he's so gifted in this area. But he is not here right now. Since I'm doing it, I'm going to give the audience a choice. We're going to take a vote. Would you like a terrible Halloween joke or a terrible Thanksgiving joke? All those in favor of a terrible Halloween joke go, ah! Bah. Okay. All those in favor of a terrible Thanksgiving joke go, ah! Thanksgiving. We're going to go with Thanksgiving. Thank you all for voting. We appreciate it. Okay, here we go. This is a knock-knock joke. So, Rob, you get to be the answerer in this, okay?
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Normally.
Normally who?
Normally, I don't eat this much.
Oh.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, that was the virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know. Like Brad thinks his microwave is much too slow. Yep, that's what you get when you watch this show. Fascinating, isn't it? We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch stuff decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy show. We hope you enjoyed the virtual comedy show. You don't have to dress up, no, 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 no. You can be like Brad and go commando. Every Monday it's the virtual comedy show. See you Monday at the virtual comedy show. It's at www.virtualcomedyshow.com.